back. So I'm glad to have you back, Marika. This is Marika Clark, and I wanted to interview you because you are a health conscious person. So I wanted to pick your brain a little bit and get a little deeper into that healthy lifestyle of yours. Have you always been health conscious?
Absolutely not.
No.
Not at all. I'm from the South, so I grew up on heavy butters and heavy creams and meats with thick sauces filled with sugars, and that was my diet. It was just horrible. And I've been eating healthy maybe 4 years now. I was forced into healthy eating. I was forced. Mm-hmm. I had became allergic to a lot of foods, and I was just like, what's going on? And so I had to really dig deep. And so I even went to the doctor to ask, like, to see if they could see anything was wrong. And they were like, oh, you're perfectly healthy. And I'm like, okay. And so that's when I started learning about, like, the parasites in your body, extra mucus, just or the fungals that lives in your body. It's a lot of I don't want to say illnesses, but we do have pre-illnesses in our body that can, evolve if you're not taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
That's when I started studying. First, I got into eating healthier. So eliminating a lot of the bad stuff out of my diet. And then I started learning more fruits and vegetables. And growing up, I didn't really eat. We knew like salads and stuff, but even then you'll drizzle salads in like with a heavy ranch or heavy blue cheese.
Right. And a lot of people say that. They'll say, oh, I make a salad, but I make it really unhealthy. Exactly. And they know they're making it really unhealthy.
Because they still need that. Everybody think once you go healthy, it's nasty. There's no flavor. And that's not true. And so that was the same for me. I didn't want to change my ways at the beginning. And so I really struggled with that because I'm like, I was on nachos and popcorn and chicken and I was on all of that. And so I had to really explore different fruits and different vegetables. And what I've learned over time, like there's so much produce, like from vegetables and even healthy grains that we don't even know about. And I think that's exciting because it's different taste.
It's very exciting. I think so.
It is. So, and then herbs. That's another thing we can touch on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you said that you were forced into it, but it wasn't something you were really gung-ho into.
I didn't know what it was. And food was, like a lot of people I feel, it's like people's way out. I just love food. I love to eat.
I've been hearing that lately, a lot of people saying that.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you? How does that feel, or what does that really?
I think it's different for each person. For me, it's more of the taste. I love the taste of things. I love to try different things. For a lot of people though, there's emotional eating. So, one person can go out for a walk in nature and feel fine. It fulfills their soul and makes them happy. The same thing with food with somebody. So they will literally eat their emotions away, or if they feel sad, or even if they feel happy, like let's celebrate, and then they'll indulge on food. So it's just a matter of different people, but mostly it's all related to your emotions. And then even taste is related to your emotions, but that would be the second thing, taste. So that was my issue. I love taste. Like I didn't want to get away from mac and cheese. Cheese was my biggest thing. Like I love cheese.
I love cheese.
I don't even eat cheese like that anymore. That's the crazy part. But I think that's the biggest thing, because once I didn't want to change, I was like, okay, I'm really struggling with this. But then once I started to change and I like committed to it, I seen how my body started to feel. And I said, okay, I'm not eating just to eat healthy just because they say it. I actually feel the difference. So I literally eat to feel good. I don't like being extra bloated. I can eat a lot of plants. On a plant-based diet, I can eat so much and not feel extremely full. Whereas if you eat regular food, you eat a whole bunch and then all of a sudden you're tired, you're sleepy, you can't move, like you can't think right. Like
some people feel that when you eat, you're supposed to feel full.
Right.
Because that means you ate.
Right. That's true.
You feel like you replenish like you intended to when you eat. So it's interesting that you said you don't feel full. You can eat a whole lot of things, plant-based foods, and then you don't feel full. I think some people might, feel like, I don't feel full, I need to eat some more. Do you feel satisfied? Because I think feeling full can give you the illusion that now you're satisfied.
Yeah, it's kind of like they need to have the physical feeling of their stomach expanded, like, oh, I can't breathe, I just ate a lot. It's like, why can't you just feel content? Because now you ate extra and now you're like this for like 3 hours versus being content. You still have energy to do stuff.
Yeah.
So I hear people like say that a lot, like, I can't do plant-based because I need to eat a lot, or I'm never satisfied because it always leaves me hungry.
Yeah.
And it is the case. If you're eating more fruits and vegetables, your metabolism speeds up. So of course you're going to have to consume more food. But that's okay because it's like your body is always working. We are living creatures.
Exactly. So you're constantly, it's like feeding your body nutrition.
Yeah.
Vitamins and things like that are healthy for you.
Exactly.
How do you define a healthy lifestyle?
Regarding food or overall?
Overall.
A healthy lifestyle for me, I like to incorporate like the mind, body, soul. So I always break it down into how am I eating, and then how am I taking care of my body in terms of flushing it out. We live, well, depending on if you live in the city or the country, you're always around like pollution, heavy metals, toxins, just in general. Mm-hmm. So I always want to make sure that I'm taking time to detox my body from that. So that's two that I think is healthy. I love self-care. You always have to make sure that your mind is clear. So you have to take that time to yourself, whether that is walks in nature, it's yoga, massages, anything of that nature. Like, you really have to take some time.
So lovely.
You have to prioritize it because
you do.
You have to kind of be selfish in that sense because you can't be your best version, especially physically, if you give to everybody else. Mm-hmm. And I've learned that the hard way. And so at first I will feel guilty for it, but then I seen how it affected me physically, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
So that's another way. And overall, just energy. I'm an energy person, so I like to just stay positive. I'm very calm. I could be sporadic and excited and whatnot, but energy is everything. So I like to stay around like positive, calm energy, whatever the case may be, that makes me feel good, because again, that goes over into the physical part, and all that plays into your emotions. So if you're around toxic people or anything of that nature, it plays into your emotions, and then that goes into the emotional eating or the bad, eating habits, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So it's all literally a whole mind body.
That's good. So, I'm all about that. For sure.
You need that in life.
Yeah, you definitely do. I wanted to ask you, when you said you were eating, like the butters and all that kind of stuff, was there a difference in your physical appearance versus now, or were you?
That's a good question. Mm-hmm. I am much leaner.
Nutrition
is key. It really is key. Yeah, especially if you want a certain look. Mm-hmm. All like the protein, healthy carbs, like it really benefits your body, because like you said before, it's all the nutrients that you're getting. If you're eating pizza and nachos and popcorn and all that other stuff, those are dead foods. Mm-hmm. So you're feeding dead foods to a living organism. Yeah. It does nothing for us. So, but I do want to like, not exaggerate. I do want to express how it's important to have a balance, because my diet is like 80% plant-based healthy, but I do allow myself to splurge on, something sweet or something, a snack or something here and there, because it can drive you crazy if you don't have that balance. Now, you can go full in and be all plant-based, and you can have sweetness in that too, but it's key to like, have the best of both worlds a little bit.
I generally eat pretty healthy. I think for me, it's what I don't eat that helps me. I don't or drink a lot of sodas, eat a lot of sweets. So what is the difference between living a healthy lifestyle and dieting, in your opinion?
Right, in my opinion.
In your opinion. Because we do have to say, because you're not an expert or anything, right? You
exactly.
just, you live a healthy, you're an advocate for.
Mm-hmm. I guess you could say that. I just, sure.
Well, what would you?
I don't know. I just live this lifestyle, and if somebody asks me, I help. And then, I am in athletics, so of course that will be thrown around here and there between coaches and some athletes that are serious about it. Mm-hmm. But for me, diet is like a destination, and if your mind is just focused on a destination, it's like you're running a quick race instead of running a marathon. Mm-hmm. And a lifestyle is a marathon. So it's kind of like you see this diet as something that's a quick fix. I need this weight off right now. Instead of saying I need to be healthy long term. This is a lifestyle for me, my family, whatever the case may be. So you're only looking at certain things to do. Like a diet is something where you'll do something drastic, like a liquid fast, or you'll eat, healthy for 3 months and then just to lose that weight. But then you go right back to your old patterns because you didn't develop new habits to eat healthy. Mm-hmm. Whereas a lifestyle is like you're living this day to day, every day. It's part of your life, as if you go to the club every weekend, if you go biking every weekend, that's a lifestyle. That's what you love to do. It's even just like if you go to work, that's people lifestyle.
Yeah. Do you or did you have any role models when it comes to healthy fitness? No, and not even now.
People on social media?
What do you mean by that? People on social? I actually mean personally.
Oh, I'm like, social media has many vegans and vegetarians and plant-based goers.
Okay. But not in your personal life,
Personally, no.
I know for me, I'm not plant-based only or vegetarian or anything like that, but certain meats I'll eat, or I won't eat as much meat. So maybe if I do eat some chicken, mm-hmm. then like I don't eat pork or things like that. But if I do eat chicken, then it'll be, I started making my portion smaller. Yeah. Things like that. So because of if I can't get organic meat and things like that, then I want to put as little as I can into my body of the other stuff. Right. The genetically processed or whatever, stuff. I mean genetically modified.
Yeah,
it is.
GMOs.
Yeah, so I just wanted to point that out for people because I don't want people to feel like even that, do I have to be just plant-based only in order to...
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I was going to say that too. Just because even when I've only been vegetarian for a year and 3 months.
Oh, okay.
So I'm still really freshly knowing that, and that just kind of naturally happened for me. Mm-hmm. But even when I ate meat, I stuck to healthy chickens. I would grill my chicken, bake my chicken. I never really did fried chickens, and that was like heaven for me growing up. And fried chicken was everything.
And some good fried chicken is good. Because you can have some fried chicken, but some good fried chicken.
Still to this day, I have dreams, y'all, of eating chicken. I don't know what's going on, but I still don't revert back to it. I don't know what is going on with my body, but I be dreaming of chicken. I taste the chicken. I'm like, what is going on?
Wow, that's deep.
That is deep. I'm like, I hope I don't revert back. Like, and I did it. It's just naturally, so I didn't do it for like animal power or anything like that. So I'm just saying. I always kept the meat healthy, and then even if I wanted to explore, I loved boneless wings. Mm-hmm. That was my favorite. So that was like my little cheat meat day. But most of the time, I don't think you don't have to. And some vegetarians and vegans might get me on this, but I don't think that you have to eliminate meat to be healthy. You really don't. Mm-hmm. But some people do it for other reasons. But I really think you can, as long as it's all about the balance, the portions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then just making sure, always have more greens and healthy grains on your plate more than the meat. Yeah. And that's where people mess up.
And some people think, I thought for a while that, you need protein, and in order to get that, you have to have meat. Yeah. But I've been learning that, oh my gosh, like this plant, like mm-hmm. chia seeds and, all these other things, plant-based foods have lots of protein.
You'll be surprised.
I was surprised.
Yeah, they don't teach you this.
They don't teach you
at all.
At all. You have to do your research, which is very important, which a lot of people don't do. Research.
Always do your research.
Always do your research.
As much as I'm talking today, giving you my opinion.
Exactly.
Always do your research.
Yes, exactly. It's important to do research because people don't.
People don't.
They just kind of take what somebody says and.
Not when it comes to food.
And it's good to get a head start, sort of, an insight from what people are saying, but then follow up with research.
Yeah, because it piques your interest. And then it's good to do research because not only are you developing your own understanding, but it really shows how serious you are about changing it into a lifestyle and not just a diet.
To you?
What does balance mean to me? So, I am a heavy writer. I write down everything, and I always write down what is balance for me, and I always have like 5 areas because I feel like there's always one area in your life where you're depleted and it contributes to your unhappiness. And so for me, and I hate to bring in other areas of life, but this is what wellness means to me, and it contributes over to my health. So I always start with work. What is work? Work is so big for me because, a lot of people are in jobs they don't like. And I've done jobs that I don't like. So that's really.
A lot of people are doing a lot of things they don't like. And
that's true. And they just settle.
Yeah.
And that I'm very like, nope, I have to pave my own way. So work is very, is serious for me to just do my own thing and be happy in that. So you have your job, your work. I don't ever want to say job, but you have your work, you have your finances. And then for me, movement is so important. And we'll touch on that later. But movement for me, I like to do more than just exercise. I like to actually be active. So it's a balance between the both. And then it goes into like my personality. I'm very artful, I'm very creative. So that affects my energy, that affects my wellness. And then I love novelty. I love exploring things. I am a junkie for adrenaline rushes. So I love to do crazy stuff like skydiving and all that. So that's part of my wellness. So if I have these and I incorporate all of these into my life, that will make sure that my body stays intact. So then my energy stays, my vibrations are high. I don't have to worry about low frequencies, if you know all about that. But just in general, low energy, I just try to
What types of food do you typically stay away from?
So I can't take a lot of sweet stuff. And that's the thing. When you change your diet and your lifestyle, your taste buds change.
That's true.
They change.
So you don't have to think that if you do it, you're going to be like in hell for the rest of your life. This kind of feeling.
This is miserable.
Yeah, exactly.
I do it. Like if you can resist the temptation and to just get through that phase, that first phase of like, okay, what is this? I don't like this. I like my stuff a certain way. You really will see that your body will start adapting.
It's a mindset.
It really is a mindset.
You have to discipline your mind too. And then a lifestyle, like you said. But from your experience, what important tips can you offer for people to become healthier?
Man. So the first thing that I recommend is you want to add things into your diet. So don't change anything of what you're eating unless you're ready to go gung-ho, full in. But I always say try the lifestyle first. Like not the lifestyle because you're trying first, but just add in like healthy food. Start trying smoothies. Start trying oatmeal in the morning and exploring with different type of oatmeals. Explore with different type of salads because there are different type of salads. And educate yourself at the beginning. And just really it's all about exploring. So then once you start adapting to those, you can start taking out certain things or you can start substituting certain things. So again, if you're ready to just go gung-ho, go ahead and eliminate all the bad foods. But if you're not willing to like eliminate it fully, you can definitely substitute, certain things. Like maybe if you're making like homemade brownies and it requires like 4 cups of sugar. I don't know the recipe for that. So instead of doing 4 cups, you can do 2 cups of sugar and then add in 2 bananas. So then you're still having your sugar fix and you don't have to have so much artificial.
That's interesting. When you're exercising regularly, how often do you exercise?
For me personally, or what people should do?
Well, first for you personally, and then I guess maybe your suggestion.
So for me, when I'm really like heavy into like I want to like be in training mode, I'll usually do like 4 to 5 days a week. Other than that, I like to stay active. I like to do something every day. I like to either jump rope or take a bike ride or go jogging. Just get moving.
And so were you going to give a suggestion to...
How many days you should work out?
Yeah.
3 days a week is good. And then at least 30 minutes to an hour.
How do you make time to eat healthy and exercise?
Lifestyle. Literally, you have to wake up and say, this is how I'm living. Like, it's a part of my plan. Like, that's just how I do things. The way you wake up and do like life right now, that's the same way with working out and eating healthy.
Okay. Thank you so much. That was a really good conversation. We're going to have you again for some workout. What are we doing? We're gonna
make a smoothie.
A smoothie.
I'm gonna show you how to make a smoothie, but I'm also gonna go through the basics of like what you can eat at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then snacks. And then we are going to do a workout. Not really a workout. I'm going to show you some exercise. I'll just piece like the exercises together to show you like a mini workout. And we'll get to that part.
I love that. I'm excited about that. I hope you guys are too. We'll see you. Thank you guys for watching. Yes, the intro.
We are doing our health and fitness wellness session. We're trying to give you alternatives here, but at the end of the day, just don't.
Bok chop. Bok chop. I don't even know what.
It really is all about your philosophy in life.
Yeah.
People are like, we are born here to die, and so in the middle, I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to eat whatever.